wants.
Oh my word, okay, Maokai is currently being hovered. I think that's actually locked in now as well. So, Syndra set Maokai. Jarvan, Rumble, Kalista. We've seen the Kalista top. Yamato, you're very excited by that pick right now. So what do Mad Lions have to do to complete this team composition? They've gone back to that kind of tank option. We probably expect that set to go bottom lane now. Maybe with the Syndra if Maokai goes top.
Yeah, like Frostgrill mentioned, the rumblings of a Maokai support, probably because of historically Mad Lions have played Maokai top and also set in bottom. I think this is the thing that they're going to go for. The big question is, you're picking Syndra into Caps, right? Caps has played against Syndra his whole life. I'm hoping that he shows us something different because Ezreal's banned now, Senna is out. If he picks Aphelios, I'm going to hit my screen and not see the rest of the game.
Okay, so
because of my
hypothetically then, let's say Kazi plays Syndra bot, it's a mid lane champion that Caps knows. What mid lane counters would you run into Syndra?
Honestly, it's so tricky because like the mid lane counters to Syndra are like silly assassins, right? You want to pick Echo, you want to pick Zed, and that's not going to work in bottom because you rely too much on levels. We've seen Perks maybe play assassins in the past, and then the next question is, potential other AP carries. You already know that on top side you're going to play for it because if you leave Kalista on her own, she's just going to lose. So maybe something that stalls out, maybe some mage. I'm trying to think of mages, but without a champion list, you're putting me on the spot. Just an AP mage, something that wave clears.
Okay, wave clear AP mage. So let's see what happens there. Shadow now needs to find himself a jungle pick with Lee Sin taken off the table. I mean, Gragas is open, looking to the bans. Jarvan is what's locked in here for Jankos. Whether he wants to go that route or not, I don't know. Also, in terms of what's going to be happening in the rest of the champion pool, we're looking for a mid laner for Mad Lions, and the assumption that Syndra set is bottom. And Olaf, what does that mean, Yamato?
I imagine playing Olaf against Kalista and you're just gonna get kited like a dog. It's going to be super, super hard to play Olaf. Like sure, Maokai can lock him down. You need an AD jungler here to synergize with Maokai. Otherwise, Kalista's just gonna buy MR, which is too hard. Oh!
There's your AP mage. So Ziggs, Bard, and G2 Esports have locked in their team composition in what we expect to be the exact order.
Holy moly, G2, honestly, I am putting all my chips into this composition because Ziggs is just beautiful. You play weak side Ziggs, you can defend your turret for so long, Bard can rotate, you're just going to wave clear, make sure that Caps and Mickey don't die. That's their job this game because G2 is going to play all out mid into top. Kiana last pick though, is this the Predator humanoid? Because if he does some magic onto Kalista and Kalista is behind, it also changes the pacing of the game.
Okay, so let's check when we get the keystone. G2, you're very excited. You like what we're seeing. We like the options available. What else can Mad Lions do? And let's also talk in the later stages of the game. I got blinded by the early game power of Mad Lions draft previously and forgot about some of the more basic questions like teamfight initiation and scaling. So let's look at that. I like Nature's Grasp, what I'm seeing from Mad Lions. I like Cataclysm from G2, so it feels a little bit more balanced on both sides.
I feel like G2 have such a balanced composition across the board as you mentioned. It's just that the path to victory and the path to play is so obvious. Play heavy for Kalista. Ziggs play safe side, bottom side. Later on, you're going to have the Kalista on split and you're going to force engages on the immobile Syndra. Syndra has no one to save her. Mad Lions, sure they have some tools, some CC combinations. Maybe they can get away with getting a couple of kills in bottom as they've had throughout this series. Then maybe, but Mad Lions, the composition, honestly, it also falls off. I don't think it scales better than G2's composition at all.
Okay, very exciting. Very exciting. We started this draft by asking about Jankos and I posed the question around his performance. I want to see what he can do. The Jarvan Rumble combination from game 2 was phenomenal. Perks dealt 1,168 damage per minute in game 2 on his mid lane Rumble. It was the second highest damage per minute for a player in a single game this entire split. G2 Esports dominated for 25 minutes of that game and then frankly messed around a little bit, made mistakes, got punished by Mad Lions in the later stages. Let's see whether or not they can clean that up and who is actually going to come out victorious in this game. It is do or die, the fifth and final game of the series, and we'll find out. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else We have Silver Scrapes. We have Game 5. We have a story for the ages. And we're going to have a lot of very interesting conversations and discussions around what it means for the state of the league, for the performance of G2, for the performance of MAD. And I think it is very fair to say that both Mad Lions have impressed today and shown what they are capable of, and G2 have shown that they are not at the same dominant level of the 2019 performance. And then figuring out where on that scale you land is going to be one of the fun stories that we'll track after we find out who's victorious right now.
I think the summary is G2 definitely could lose this entire spring situation that got going on. They could lose this win streak that they've had, getting trophy after trophy, and Mad Lions putting themselves in the light where they could potentially also beat anyone. It just causes such a ruckus to the bracket. We called them the dark horse earlier, and definitely the dark horse has delivered.
Yeah, it's really, really fun. It really has set the tone for what we hope will continue for the rest of playoffs. We have 2 more series, Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow, Fnatic OG. Sunday, Rogue versus Misfits. And of course, the loser of this will drop down to the lower bracket. But let's go back on screen. Let's pay a close attention to how this laning phase is going to go. Wonder, blind pick, first pick Kalista. He's already just stomping on Arome. We expect this to be a difficult lane for the Maokai, so I wonder if he's going to get support from anyone else.
And the key thing with Kalista from level 1 with the Halo Blades, just all-ins you. There's no champion that can really match her. I've been trying to experiment with Draven and Vayne and whatever. Everything the same story. Kalista wins out level 1. She continues to pressure, stacks a big wave, calls for her jungler, harasses the Maokai under the turret, and continues that snowball. Reaches that level 6 and then eventually becomes even easier to dive because you can reset the turret aggro. You can see how oppressive this is. Orome is hugging his turret at minute 2 in the game. He's going to pick up some CS, but Jankos is already in position.
Yeah, hanging, waiting in the wings. We know that Olaf goes very low on a full clear. Jankos can look to siege. Also look at the mid lane. Perks is pressuring, pushing Humanoid back as Shadow is now not doing the full clear in that way. Coming up for a potential counter. Jankos level 2 to Shadow's level 3, fully aware of his positioning. Flag and drag. I didn't actually see which skills, probably Golden Aegis. So nevertheless, Wonder now with a big wave. There we go. Gets a little knock up. Pierce connects. This is a difficult dive, Yamato.
Very difficult, but they're sharing XP. We have an all-in.
Yeah, they absolutely are. Kaiser and Kazi once again showing some dominance. I think all series long, they have been the stronger 2v2.
Yeah.
It's an unorthodox lane, but they've got an advantage already.
It's always the same timer as well. Around that level 2 mark, Kaiser always latches onto either Mickey or Caps. This is something that G2's bot lane needs to address, because it's something that you can easily gamble on, because it's been happening all series long and also sometimes in the regular splits.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, let's be honest, Syndra Set versus Ziggs Bard, that's not exactly a traditional LEC combo. Caps continues to throw out those bouncing bombs and satchel charges, but the wave is pushing a little bit towards him. Obviously, you'll be able to push that one back, and no kills just yet. We've had crazy high kills in 3 of the 4 games. An average kill per minute, I think, is higher than 1 right now across the series. So I'm very interested to see how this will change, because the first 3 games are defined by win lane, win game, and game 4 was just lose lane, be patient, have a better comp, and that was how G2 were able to pull out the victory in game 4.
We've seen Mickey doing some movement here towards this blue buff. It feels like G2 know that this is happening. Maybe they can catch Shadow here. Everyone has prio.
Okay, so you're going to put some pressure. Wonder can back away. That's a very nice stun. Shadow continues to take autos, gets the blue buff. Now turns to fight. Remember, Olaf is stronger when he's weaker, but he will get taken out. Just full on concedes. I wonder, I guess if he'd flashed over the wall, could have got caught by Perks, so you rather give blue buff to Bard? That's the logic I'm going with?
It was just getting collapsed on from every angle, and
yeah,
you also give the assist money. There's more gold to it. I think you hit the nail on the head there. Oh, Rom is in danger. His wave is so bad too.
Okay, number of stacks. 3, 4, 5. Stun against the wall. Flash for flash. Teleport secured out of Kazi as well. The Rend obliterates Arome. And Kazi, the teleport does pay dividends. He gets the kill.
The key thing is that Arome gets out of a very tricky situation. 1-for-1 for him is good, considering his wave was freezing for Kalista and he was in danger. Olaf died, he had no one to help him. Kazi TP's up top and the wave crashes into the turret, forcing Kalista to then TP back. This means that Arome is going to have a wave coming into him. He's kind of happy with how this went. Mad Lions should be kind of okay here.
And a little bit of breathing room for Caps in the bottom lane as well. Can push that wave in, undefended. Mickey is still not with lane, but I like this. Self-sufficient mage can wave clear. It's an AP into the Syndra. It's what you were talking about in Draft, Yamato. And it unlocks one of the playmakers for G2 to go and look for those cosmic bindings, go look for the setups to help out the Kalista. Play through top, get Kalista ahead, win the game. That's G2 strategy.
For sure. It's also so key, if you want to do sick predictions, you just look at the damage share. You have 2 AD champions already. G2 want to lock in an AP champion. Ziggs with the ult can also wave clear, but honestly, who cares about that when you have a dive on top and Mickey is joining?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Cosmic Binding. No flash for Mickey, but he can take the magical journey through the wall and surprise Arome. That's what it feels like they're setting up for. Very, very good PS. Gets a double stack already. Here comes Perks as well. He's got an equalizer available. Mickey starts tanking this up, and this honestly just looks very, very textbook. Wonder takes a couple turret shots. He gets the kill. He's 2-1.
This is so brutal, and Mad Lions try to respond on both sides. They get the Drake, but Ziggs manages to tear down the majority of that wave before, even if, imagine a world where Caps reaches level 6 and that mega ultimate inferno thing bomb just clears the whole wave. That's what's so good about Ziggs' weak side. He can just wave clear, just as you mentioned, Trevor.
I mean, that gigantic wave that was denied to Arome, he's down 30 CS at 6 minutes. It's already 1,000 gold, so the entirety of G2's lead is obviously with Wonder's Kalista, and we've seen a number of roams. The Mega Inferno Bomb is Ziggs' ultimate. Can be used just to delay the game, play it out safe. I think that's also very clever for if or when anyone wants to push a side lane. We know Humanoid has a penchant for that. But we haven't looked at the mid lane. Let's talk about Kiana and Humanoid. It's one of his signature picks and champions, and I'm happy to see him playing it in deciding game. What do you think he's going to be able to do this particular game?
It's tricky because Shadow has been on the back foot. He died in the jungle there, and usually Kiana, she works very similar to LeBlanc. Basically, she wants to set up that gank for your jungler. You want to 2v1 because you can easily commit on the perks. But honestly, it hasn't happened because Shadow has just been too busy.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really glad to hear you say LeBlanc the correct way. Froggen told me that many years ago. many years. I am Katowice. But of course, with a little bit of presence from Mad Lions in the mid lane, Mickey is now once again on the roam. The wave was pushed into Kazi and Kaiser. 51 CS, and the Codex is for both of our bot lane mages. The Balmy Cinder was picked up by Arome, and Equalizer is available for Perks, so can use it if he wants to. Kaiser steps forward. Here comes Shadow as well. Mickey's only level 5, doesn't have the Tempered Fate just yet, but there's at least one plate being secured. This Humanoid and Kaiser, I think they're fishing, but this could turn quick if Perk starts to overheat.
Yeah, it's just that all G2 is in position. There we have the Predator going. Humanoid.
Yeah, that's the case. Humanoid starts to burn down. Caps is looking for the bouncing bombs. Mega Inferno gets the kill. There you go, 1-0, but it's going to be at the cost of Perks' life. So it is a trade, 1-for-1. 4 kills to 2. G2 still hold that advantage in the top lane.
G2 now with this Rift Herald, the first Rift Herald is so much more valuable than the second one because of those platings. It's also so difficult to maneuver yourself around the map because you need to match the numbers. The moment a team with the Rift Herald actually gets uneven numbers and they're mismatching on the map, it becomes so easy to get a massive advantage.
Mickey is in a little bit of trouble. He gets slam dunked down, manages to use the journey to get through the wall, and his exhaust, I think, kept him alive. Reduced a lot of damage there. Merc trades as well, and G2 maintaining control, but Mad Lions, they're punching back. They're looking for some opportunities. They've got a kill on Shadow. They've got a kill on Kazi. How do they regain control of this game?
I think the key thing is that they need to just try to find space for this Kiana. If she gets to roam, it's very easy for her to latch onto a Bard or a Ziggs, find that deadly combination, CC someone down, because Mad Lions do indeed have a lot of teamfight tools in order to lock targets down. G2's gameplay should be around the Kalista, give her space, make sure that she continues to snowball, because if this Maokai catches up, he's going to be a very difficult tree to take down. It's important to keep him down, as they are currently doing.
And I think it's also important to remember that, like, if Arome can keep Kalista busy, we've seen the Maokais earlier from Wonder, you can survive for such a long time, which allows Olaf and Kiana and potentially Set to run amok. Tempered Fate comes down. It means Kaiser is an available target. Equalizer's flashed away from. Flag and drag into the Cataclysm. Kazi's locked inside. It's just a pot. There's nothing hot just yet. And Caps gets the second kill. Easily set up. G2 threw a lot at it, but they got what they wanted.
I like the fact that G2 didn't instantly rift it up on top side. Those platings in the first turret did indeed look juicy, but the mid turret is so much more important because that space we've been talking about. Syndra, if she gets flanked by a Jarvan and so forth and she doesn't have a turret to protect her, no one on Mad Lions will. They have some CC to play with, but Mickey, not like this, Mickey.
Getting caught out. The Undertow will pick it up. And that was a small taste of some of the mistakes that we have seen throughout the series. Mad Lions have been good to catch and punish, obviously. But that's the type of thing you don't want to be giving kills away to Olaf's, to Maokai's and Kiana's. And now Wonder and Perks. No Cataclysm available. That damage is really, really immense. The Rend wasn't able to pick up the kill. The teleport completes from Caps, and he will go golden. No Equalizer, remember. Caps just donates another kill, anticipating or expecting maybe Wonder to pick that one up. Not going to be able to take down Orome just yet, and now Shadow and Kaiser, they fancy themselves a chance. Here comes Mickey, will not be able to connect with the binding. The hop and the skip and the martial poise is pushing Wonder forward. That's a slam dunk! And Mickey forced to run for his life. G2 Esports, I'm not sure you should keep picking these fights because they are not going well, bro.
What is happening? It started with Bar dying in the jungle. Okay, G2 recover, back off. And then this TP. What is this TP? Kazi, don't cancel it. Don't cancel it. Good job, don't cancel. Because honestly, Caps was just running it down. This TP, you know, if he was playing the Maokai, maybe it could have been good. But he's playing the Ziggs. He needs to stay in the back line. And all of a sudden, Wonder, no mana, no return damage here. Roma survives and Mad Lions are back on the board. All of this early game that G2 worked for is all of a sudden in the dumpster. Kalista's not a champion that scales so well. You need to keep that lead going for yourself.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Yamato Cannon, but 5-1 Olaf right now. That is a scary, scary sign. 6-1 Olaf right now. Humanoid, 1-1-1. 8 kills to 5 and a 2,000 gold lead. This is what Mad Lions were hoping for as they have come back from an early deficit versus G2.
Honestly, I wouldn't know that in a series between G2 and Mad Lions that a team could play a game of spot the inter and be successful. Honestly, targeting Mickey and Caps now has been working because they overextend over and over. They need to calm down and remember the role in this game. Play safe as G2 set up on the rest of the map, and they will collapse into it. Their job is to defend the mid turret, nothing else.
Alright, 2,000 gold, correction, 1,500 gold lead here for Mad Lions. The Ocean Rift has just spawned. This tower will fall, and this will bump them to about 2k lead. Mad Lions, they've got some of the tools that they need to get ahead. You would wish that those 6 kills on Olaf maybe were on a Kiana or a Syndra maybe. But having the ability for Olaf to run through and try to chase down Wonder on Kalista could be the game changer. If he doesn't have flash, just lock him in Cataclysm. Of course, that's one way to deal with it. So now all of a sudden Mad Lions are in control. How do they continue to pressure this? They've just picked up the dragon and obviously the tower.
You mentioned it there with the Kalista. It's very difficult for her to itemize because the enemy has like Kiana, the melee assassin. You want to buy armor into the lethality build, but at the same time you need the QSS to remove yourself from the Maokai. So killing the Kalista in the teamfight with these champions is going to be a bit easier than you'd expect because sure, the Kalista can jump down, but not when you're rooted. So I think as the game progresses, Mad Lions just need to make sure that they set up for the fights, they make sure they're first on the objective, something they've done super well throughout the series, and just continue the same path.
Sanguine Blade was completed there for Wonder on that Kalista you were talking about. Luden's Echo for Caps on Ziggs. Humanoid's got the Duskblade of Drakthar. He's got the Predator, which I hadn't actually said out loud or may have missed, as well as the Moby Boots. So let's see Shadow and the rest of the squad trying to get a flank. This looks like a numbers advantage for G2. And that's a stun onto Mickey. Here comes Kazi. That's a great stun from Mickey. Nature's Cross starts flying out. That's already a kill. The most fed member of Mad Lions is down. A slam dunk from Kaiser, pulling Jankos back. Caps is being forced and zoned away by the Unleashed Power. Mickey takes the magical journey to safety, and now Humanoid is just being run down. G2 Esports were able to pincer in Mad Lions, and the Cosmic Binding did well. It ends up being a 2-for-2. But it asked the question, who was being the hunter and who was being hunted?
Honestly, it was so back and forth. It began with Mad Lions finding like that flank. You know, Shadow is hovering around, he's on that pink ward. It feels like G2 knows something's happening, Mad Lions are collapsing, Wunder's in a rough position, the Keanu does very little there, and then the full commitment here, that's why Olaf is not that great into Kalista, because you could just hop around, walk away, and then the beautiful Bard ultimate saves it all. Oh my goodness, everybody goes golden.
I mean, when your 6-1 Olaf is removed from the fight that quickly, again, Mickey, the binding's just so powerful. It pulls G2 back into this. Kill score very, very close, and I actually think it was the minions that may have ended up finishing that with Sapling. I didn't quite see the final tag. I was trying to see what happened with Mickey. Gold still in the advantage of Mad Lions. Dragons still in the advantage of Mad Lions. So we're looking at that 24-25 minute soul point, and that is something the Mad Lions have been pretty good at all series long, and G2 need to consider.
Looking at items is just, coming into this Drake, as you mentioned, it feels like they're going to be at a stronger point with the Black Cleaver finished on Olaf, Jarvan is sitting on a Kindle Gem, Sunfire Cape finished on Maokai, second item maybe on Humanoid as well because it's rather cheap, while Rumble is sitting on very little, Rumble ulting the wave now. It's not going to be back on cooldown in preparation for this Drake if Mad Lions actually start at the moment it spawns.
Yeah, going to be very, very close indeed. But it's still, it puts you in this position where you still do not know what is going to happen. And honestly, that is the best. Mad Lions have shown they can compete with G2 Esports today, and it comes down to decision making. The Rift Herald picked up there by Shadow. They've already got one tower to their name, while the bottom inner is being pushed. If you look at the minimap, G2 are coming up. There is pressure here onto Arome. There's a lot of Ren stacks. Arome does still take a long time to go down, and the bouncing bomb will send him packing. Now the inhibitor turret could get chipped at, but that's a good setup to get vision control for Dragon, while Humanoid and the Rift Herald will be pushing the top lane.
I'm very greedy there walking up to the turrets. I think Mad Lions were committed to the idea of just splitting sides. They took the top turret, they took the Herald, and then continue the push. It's okay to trade sometimes. I don't think you need to commit to it because the Drake wasn't alive anyway. So I think Aroma should have just walked away, G2 with the quick punish.
Yeah, good damage there. And taking the itemization as Wonder's just returned to lane. Blade of the Rune King and Sanguine. The Cull has been fully farmed up. 3-3-1 for the time being. Double needlessly large rods sitting in Caps's inventory, so he needs to farm up a little more gold. And we're getting ourselves set up for the dragon fight. Ku needs to land their abilities to win a fight.
Honestly, I think it's all about if they can latch onto this Kalista, because she has the majority of the damage. The Rumble items don't look that impressive. He's also on level 10. Maybe if he reaches level 11, it's better. Bard, if he manages to find a massive ultimate onto the Syndra, then maybe Mad Lions will be in trouble. But Mad Lions just have the better position. That's key.
Okay, and the problem is they have taken a little bit of poke. Those bouncing bombs and the mines from Caps will be frustrating to deal with. Reminder that the Cataclysm Equalizer can come down. Humanoid waiting in the wings with a supreme display of talent. The additional bushes from the Ocean Rift working up, and the engage comes down from Mad. That's a stun already. Jankos needs to buy some time with the stopwatch. Mega Inferno Bomb does a little, and that's going to be a good tempered fate. Equalizer finally gets thrown down here, and G2 Esports are pushing forward. Where's the re-engage? Cataclysm still available. Humanoid hops over the wall, and the dragon picked up in the melee by Mad Lions. 3 dragons, 1 away from Soul.
That's G2 the only gain they get from this. They lose the Drake, but they have a better position to push into mid. But all those turrets are gone already, so Mad Lions are not going to lose anything. They're going to pick up that, and you know, that Soul, the Ocean Soul, is the most oppressive one by far. You don't kill a Maokai with Ocean Soul, I tell you that.
Okay, Humanoid and Kaiser. Maybe setting up a trap. Wonder the Pierce doesn't find a target. That's the pullback from Kaiser. Oh. The exhaust is buying a lot of time. Slam dunk onto Wonder. That's put distance away from Humanoid. It may have actually helped Wonder out. Now he's going to force to be back away. Doesn't want to get jumped on by Kaiser or Humanoid. And I think the suplex saving life a little bit. The Pierce will get the assist on the board. 1 to Jankos, 1 more to Caps.
It was a good idea from Mad Lions, but the execution was not the greatest. Mickey with the clutch exhaust there onto Humanoid when he threw out his burst. made sure so Kalista stayed alive and got to lifesteal. Absolutely phenomenal. We take a look again, the stun lands, they don't know Humanoid's position, he comes in, EQ into R, and then the flip. The flip, I think just Kaiser thought that Wunder was on the other side because of his E, but with the push of Humanoid, he kind of pushed him into a different position. G2 collapsed, and this is kind of a big deal. G2 get a lot of money here and a lot of breathing room as well for the composition.
Okay, Yamato Cannon, we're 20 minutes into the game. Even on kills, G2 have got a very, very small gold lead. The tension is not going to get bigger than this. And the expectations, honestly, be damned, right? Whoever wins the team fights around either the Soul or the Baron is probably going to be the team that's going to win this. It's been so crazy and so back and forth, and we've seen so many things to praise and so many mistakes. I think this will be a series we'll talk about for a very long time. So let's look towards the next Ocean or the next Baron. Did you like how G2 played that team fight? Do you think they can break through this Maokai and Syndra, the oppressive AoE CC?
First and foremost, like before we get to the fight, it's just about, how is the CS and the gold being distributed? Because I'm looking at these Rumble items and they look very, very weak. So this is not some destructive Rumble ultimate that is going to take over the fight. Humanoid, if you compare his gold, he's going to have that destructive impact. All of that money is on Kalista. Kalista as a champion doesn't scale that well, especially when enemy team comp is the Maokai and the Kiana. Very difficult for Kalista to itemize against this. And then to summarize, when we talk about these fights, throughout this series, I feel like Mad Lions have prepared for these Drakes better. It's all about being there first, being there on time. G2 are always very greedy with how much CS they want to take, and this has been punishing for them. Humanoid finds the flanks on Kiana, and this is what is going to decide this upcoming fight around that Ocean Soul.
1.5 minutes to go before it spawns, just over. Mad Lions do have a ring of vision behind the Dragon Pit, and G2 are starting to now push their vision into their eastern quadrant. So it's a vision challenge. Mad Lion are clearing the north, G2 are clearing the east, and they have to move down. I think those wards behind the Dragon Pit should time out before they come up. Teleports are available for Arome and Kazi. Thank you very much. Top one should be good, bottom one should time out, and we'll see whether or not Mad Lions can get set up, because this time round, G2 are prepping the waves, they're prepping the vision. Mad Lions realizing that they're pushing top as the reply.
Yeah, the key difference is Mad Lions' composition is not that good at doing Nashor. None of them can really hit it hard. They all have bursty spells and they are assassins and such. They can tank it, but it doesn't really matter if you can tank it if you can't kill it. G2 on the other hand, with the Kalista, they have some Nashor threats. So I like that Mad Lions are trying to make sure that they have vision around the area, because the last game, and I don't know if it was the last game, but in one of those games, G2 managed to sneak away a Nash, and Mad Lions don't want to fall into that trap again. Yeah,
definitely the case. It could be such a big deal to deal with. With such short range comps and magic damage from Syndra on really the longest range, it take forever to clear those minions. G2, with 30 seconds before Dragon, they're pushing the mid lane. Remember, they've done such a good job of taking out the turrets. They've got nothing to play for. Deathcap was picked up by Caps, and we're looking at a repeat of that team fight. So, are we in the same position where Mad just set it up better, and now G2 are again countering, or do you like the vision G2 put in place?
I like what Mad Lions is doing. G2 are looking for Humanoid, but he can get out easily, no? He has flash.
He's going to run for his life right now. Supreme display of talent. That one stuns up 3. All of a sudden, Perks is in trouble. He's not going to be able to do a whole lot. He does get the equalizer off. It's already used. Follow eyes. That's already a lot of trouble for G2. They've lost 2. Yes, they caught Humanoid, but the follow-up from Mad Lions was quick. That equalizer did not do enough.
There's no smite.
Ocean Soul, Cosmic Finding does a lot. It's on Wonder and Caps. Mickey takes a magical journey to safety. Can they steal? There's no smite available again. Bouncing bombs are going out. Caps, 50% mana. That's going to be a root. Mickey's in trouble. Gets pulled outside of the journey. Not going to happen. Ocean Soul to Mad Lions in Game 5.
My goodness, it all started off with, G2 doing the clever move of trying to push out Humanoid, because Humanoid has been very good with those flanks, but they overcommit, use every key ultimate, the stun lands on so many people, Humanoid buys enough time, and then the collapse. Perks dies right away. Caps can't really fight from this angle, he doesn't have any protection, he has to back off, he has to flash. Kazi with a beautiful EQ. Looks very wonderful here for Mad Lions, because honestly, Ocean Soul is so goddamn broken. And if you have Olaf and Marco on your team, and you have Ocean Soul, and the enemy team already have a hard time itemizing, and now they need Executioner's Calling and Morello, it just becomes so much tougher. Mad Lions heavily favored to win this game now because of this Soul.
Ocean Soul at 24 minutes, Elder at 30, Baron is available now. You've already pointed out the Baron challenges that Mad Lions will have. But if they are able to catch G2 trying to sneak it or set it up, the engage and the power of Syndra, Maokai, and Kiana just goes up exponentially in that space. So maybe they can use it as bait, maybe they can play around. We'll have to see what happens. For now, Mickey and Caps are the target. Magical Journey may be needed, and that was a very short journey. I think a little bit lucky to have support in the bottom lane, or intentional. And then we'll be able to escape. Humanoid almost gets that top turret. And by the way, Hurricane was completed for Wonder's Kalista. Now, what is going to be the trade? Baron is started off by Mad Lions. The inhibitor's going to be taken. This is a trade. This is a straight up trade.
They can look to end. Ziggs has W. He can stir so fast.
Satchel charge on the towers. This is going to be a base race situation. Teleport now starts channeling. Kazi's running for his life. Yankos may need to get into the pit. Tempered Fate is buying a lot of time. All of a sudden, there's not a kill. Caps is down. Kazi gets the kill. That was massive. But they've lost a Nexus turret. That's a good stun. They're on to Wonder. The slam, the flag drag, and the dunk. Equalizer has been used. Baron has been interrupted. Perks is going to try turn it around, but Humanoid's going to chase. Wonder's got minions coming up. He needs to dodge and dip and duck and dive. He's going to look, flash away from Kazi. Manages to get the turret. He goes for the kill though. One auto, not going to be enough. Support comes out. The empowered recalls from Mad Lions, but this game just got interesting. Wonder is now being chased down by 3. Very good use of the passive. Continue to try chase. Gets caught by the undertow. Minions will help out, but it is just a matter of time. Mad Lions with Baron. They lose Nexus Turrets inhibitors. How on earth do you play the game from here on out?
Honestly, this game is gonna turn really cocktail really fast, because right now G2, they can't team fight. The only option they have is to kind of split push the way they did. Send Kalista into bottom and threaten end. The enemy team has no Nexus turrets.
No, not at all. Caps goes. He gets the kill. Manages to secure it. Goes down to the Ignite. I thought that was 1 or 2 more ticks away. Another Cosmic Binding picks one up. Orome teleported into the mid lane. Death time is 16 seconds for Wonder, 35 seconds for Caps. And we do have Elder Dragon in 2.5 minutes and Baron for a little while longer. But they've got to deal with super minions on the side of Mad Lions. And for G2, if they have a teleport up on Wonder and a ward or a little bit of time, he can backdoor this Nexus.
That has to be, it's just the game plan. There's no other way for G2 to play this. Mickey's trying to pull some cocktail stuff by trying to TP into it, but it's not working. Mad Lions is aware that this is going to turn into a very, very freaky game, because G2 have a lot of tools to stall out objectives. They can throw the Bard ultimate, the Ziggs ultimate, the Rumble ultimate. There's many ways for them to annoy Mad Lions while it's happening. We have the situation once again, the Ziggs and the Kalista kind of base race situation. Mad Lions not so quick at doing the Nasher, don't have that much DPS, they can tank it forever. The TP comes down. If this TP didn't land, all of a sudden this series would be over. The TP happens and Kazi gets the kill on Ziggs, which is so massive. G2 tried to stall as much as possible. We know the Rumble and the Jarvan, they are very weak at this point in time. They have no money, no gold, they're just trying to buy time. But that time was enough, but they did indeed manage to get 2 inhibitor, like 1 inhibitor turret and
Yamato.
turrets.
This is what we wanted to see from G2. Like, for weeks and weeks, we talked about their creativity. They didn't have a pressure point. They didn't have Ocean Soul. And some freaking way, they find a way to expose the Nexus. They're down in kills, down in gold. But they have control of the bottom lane thanks to supers. You know, like, we're now in a situation where Mad have to somehow get through the wave clear of Ziggs and Equalizer from Rumble. Somehow deal with Tempered Fate and Cataclysm, but also prevent Secret Mission Mickey Place Ward to protect their Nexus. Admittedly, once that inhib spawns, it'll take a little extra time. But we're just in such a weird game state, and for a team with this little experience on the stage, good luck making the calls.
Honestly, for Mad Lions, I feel like, if we take it, if we zoom out a little bit, looking at their comp, with the Ocean Soul they have, the Elder is also spawning. There's so much, there's a limit to how much cocktail you can throw in the mix, right? When the Elder starts spawning, you have to do something about it because it is on the bottom side of the map. That is the beauty of the Elder. Here goes Humanoid.
He's looking for caps. Perks is around. Equalizer comes down. Humanoid flashes away. Mickey manages to get a slow onto Arome, but the stun onto Perks. He goes golden to buy some time. The mines come out, but that's another kill. Perks is down 1, 5, and 3. The stats from game 2 is damage per minute, a shadow of his former self. An Elder has just spawned. 35 seconds until Perks is alive. No equalizer available, but frankly, Mad are not available. They're not in position. And it's like you said, bottom lane supers is a thing. Jankos standing guard.
Oh, okay, Caps. Here we go. What the hell?
No! Not going to be enough just yet. How? Manages to trade 1 for 1. It was the undertow from Shadow that actually picked up the kill. Now, no Mega Inferno Bomb, no Perks. Jankos, can he pull off the Miracle Steal? There's Ocean already. Is he going for the... He's going for the ward? He's going for the ward. Secret Agent, double O Jankos. Flash is available. He needs to hold on to it for a few seconds longer. Humanoid is chasing him. He needs to get... He doesn't have any wards in his inventory. He doesn't have any wards in his inventory.
Put on the flag, Jankos.
Oh, my word. Flag and drag after the Cataclysm. But they've stopped the Elder. Oh, my word. This is just getting crazy fast. Now, all of a sudden, that's going to be Shadow running for his life. 11, 2, and 2. His Olaf is showing up. Jankos with a great Demacian standard into Dragon Strike escape. Just buying time. Stalling. Look at the minimap. Supers are not making it to the inhibitor. Mickey is now pushing towards the base. I don't know what G2 want to do to win. We are going to have to ask them extensively, many interviews. And how are you going to keep a ward alive? Controls are going to clear this out.
Honestly, this is beginning to remind me of this game called Lemmings, where, they just keep trying to run into this little gap that Mad Lions have created in their base. They're trying to get in there because, honestly, everything is pointing towards Mad Lions to win. They have the Ocean, and what the... Whoa, what was this?
Oh, what is happening? Okay. Caps manages to get out. He goes in. Elder is trying to help him. He flashes away from the undertow. That's going to be a kill here for Humanoid. He's chasing. Supreme Display of Talent should be enough if he needed it. Did not. Held on to it. No wonder. He's going to start chasing. Magical Journey sets them forward. Elder Drake is starting to go low. Equalizer will cut off the retreat. This is really good for G2 on the offensive. Oh, that's a blown up wonder. Absolutely destroyed. Elder Dragon picked up by Mad Lions. Ocean Soul secured by Mad Lions. You have to believe they are going to win this game based on the setup they are in. But you cannot count out what G2 can do. Can they pull off a miracle?
The sapling. He spots it.
Oh, okay, Baron is being secured here. Jankos, once again, he's moving up. Cataclysm is available for him. Flash and Smite too. Mickey's pushing forward. Teleport is coming out from Caps. He's going to need to make this work. How much time can Jankos buy? Not enough. He will be the focus. Elder Dragon takes him out. He dies so quickly. Oh. Temper Fate buys time. He's on the Nexus. What's the Nexus? Starting to go low. Then the Dun is pushing in. Caps. Oh. No, Caps. He bounces. They almost got the kill. It's not enough, Mad Lions. They turn it around. Oh my word. What happened with the satchel? Did he interrupt his auto?
What happened with the satchel?
We need to watch that back.
007 Mickey X finds a way, dodges, gets in, dodges the sapling, gets in.
Oh my word! Okay, the thing is, this play to me screams of a level of desperation. Auto. Oh, heartbreak for G2. And you know what? All credit to Mad Lions. They got back in the nick of time. They're in this position. Yes, they made a call for Baron, but if they can defend their Nexus, they can win this game. They can win the series. They were picked by G2 Esports, and they can pick up the upset and guarantee themselves a top 3 placement at worst in the Spring Split.
Mad Lions have just this one weakness in their boat. They just need to cover it with some flex tape. Go through there, you know, make sure that there is no sneaky business. The minions are coming in. They know that G2 need to do these desperate plays. Ziggs is going for that Lich Bane. He wants to break turrets faster. I think Mad Lions, you know, they are poised to win this game. They have the Ocean Soul. They got the Nasher as well. They just need to get a siege going because G2 have no TPs.
Play the control ward game. Keep your eyes on the inventory at all times. Keep looking at the control wards inside Mad Lions base. Teleport for Wandering Caps is on cooldown, so they do need to buy some time. And that's going to be difficult. A lot of magic damage AoE versus the Baron buff. I mean, if Mad do this, and they should, they are favored to win from this position despite their Nexus situation. Is this the biggest upset in EU playoff history? Round 1, G2 picking Mad after the year that they had. Like, it's too early to ask and you can't give a definitive answer, but man, it's going to be in the discussion.
Honestly, yes. I can't think of anything else that is a bigger upset. G2's form from last year with MSI and all the question marks with Caps ADC. They finish first. They come into playoffs looking strong. Second half of the split, they look super strong. Mad Lions had that glimmer of hope with the way they played against Origin. They took that style with them and they've continued to play well. G2 with a lot of iffy things happening in these series begins to put that thing into question of, you know, they are indeed playing online. Maybe this has an impact.
It's very, very true. And, you know, you have to adapt to the circumstances, of course. And they are extremely difficult circumstances worldwide. The Mad Lions have risen to the challenge. I've been impressed with their early games. Shadow, 14-2-4, right? He started this game 6-1. We haven't checked in too frequently. Orome, 2-3-11. After he got cut down where he stood in the top lane, he's in this place with Righteous Glory, Ocean Soul, Spirit Visage as well, mind you. And right now we're playing Whack-A-Mole, except instead of a mole, it's Whack-A-Ward. Because Mad Lions, they need to just clear out any and all G2 vision.
Okay, this is going to be a dance. They're just waiting for either side to slip up, because that's when the punishment comes in. We are at the knife's edge. A simple mistake, a simple move that goes wrong, and all of a sudden this series is just over.
Oh my word. 1.5 minutes to Elder Dragon. 3 minutes to Baron. Jankos is get caught up. That's a long range engage from Orome. Cataclysm again, buying some time. Nature's Grasp continues to chase. He'll still get rooted up as the roots are running a mile. Mad Lions, they're never going to get a chance to kill G2's base if G2 can continue pushing wards into Mad's base. So the moment G2 run out of inventory is like the only breathing room Mad Lions have, because it's literally like playing catch, you know? Catch the G2 member, find the ward. We're not playing Kill the Nexus anymore.
It's just so silly that we find ourselves in this position, because G2's kind of champions are kind of perfect for it. Ziggs with the stalling, with the turret pushing, and the Bard with the portals. It's so silly that we find ourselves here. I'm pretty sure G2 didn't plan for this though.
Hang on. Yamato, I know you're fairly new to casting, but planning to be 10k cold down, trying to go secret agent into the base, now all of a sudden, Shadow, he's going to be taking so much damage, but look, he's still not down. He's got a GA to work with. Equalizer comes out, the Ocean, and the lifesteal in the autos. Shadow is unkillable. That's 2 already for Mad Lions. Elder Dragon is going to be up in 10 seconds. The second Elder Dragon of the game. They may not need it. Perks is down to 50-second death times. They've done it. They've got enough death time, as Yamato. Can they finish?
They can finish. Look at Kiana pushing mid lane. Caps and Nikki can't stall this out. Maybe with the Mega Inferno Bomb, or maybe the Bard will, but it was just wasted there.
Can you believe it? The rookies have risen up. The defending EU champions in G2 Esports are on their back legs. There's no ways. There's no ways. 5 members are down. They've done it. It's the Mad Lions. They have unseated the champions. They have killed the kings. The rookies of Europe have taken down the world finalists and the 2-time 2019 champions. Mad Lions have earned this victory. Mad Lions have defeated G2. I am flabbergasted. I am stunned. I am at a loss for words. I cannot explain the game. And I am impressed and amazed. Congratulations, Mad Lions. You guys, that was incredible. And I'm so